Okay, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're going to inshallah read Ghazal 576 of Maulana's Divan-e-Shams. My heart is like an oyster shell. دل من چون صدف باشد. خیال دوست دور باشد. Just like the oyster shell carries within itself a precious pearl, so my heart contains the remembrance of Allah. That's the pearl within our hearts. In all situations, rough situations, we have that pearl within. We have that sakina within. We can all go deep within, and that pearl is inside us, inside all of us. Muhammad Saib Aziz, would you like to, if you're not too tired?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Bismillah. دل من چون صدف باشد، خیال دوست دور باشد. کنون من هم نمی گنجم، کزو این خانه پر باشد. شیرینی حدیثش شب شکافیده از جان را لب. عجب دارم که می گوید حدیث حق مر باشد. غذاها از برون آید، غذای عاشق از باطن. برآرد از خود و خاید، که عاشق چون شتر باشد. سبکرو همچو پریان شو، ز جسم خویش عریان شو. مسلم نیست عریانی، مر آن کس را که عر باشد. صلاح الدین به صید آمد، همه شیران بود صیدش. غلام او کسی باشد که از دو کون حر باشد.
Thank you. Kenza John, would you like to read the English? Thank you.
With pleasure. Bismillah. My heart is like an oyster shell, and the thought of the beloved the pearl within. Now there is no place for me, for this house is entirely filled with him. The sweetness of his discourse at night has made the lips of the soul smile. I wonder at those who say, the word of truth is bitter. Food comes from without, from the food of the lover is from within. But the food of the lover is from within, Afwan. He draws it forth from himself and chews it, for the lover is like a camel. Become light of spirit, like the Paris. Strip away this garment of flesh, for true nakedness is not for the one who is still a child. Salah ad-Din goes hunting, and all the lions become his prey. Yet his true servant is the one who is free from both worlds.
So, yeah, Maulana says, دل من چون صدف باشد. My heart is just like sadaf, and it contains the pearl within, and that's the pearl of remembrance of Allah. And then he says, now there's no place even for me. The house is entirely filled with him. There's no more me and him. It's only him. Just like the story in the Masnavi. پخته شد آن سوخته پس بازگشت. The man who goes and is cooked, and then he comes back and knocks on the door, and the beloved says, who is it at the door? And says, گفت بر در هم تویی ای دل ستان. At the door, it's also you. So that's when the person, the lover, is cooked. So there's no room for me anymore. It's only you. It's only the beloved. ز شیرینی حدیثش شب شکافیده است جان را لب. And his discourse, the intimacy of communication with him, whether in the prayer or in reading the Quran, that's the message of the beloved. It's so sweet that the soul itself smiles. The soul itself opens, blooms. And I wonder at those who say a word of truth is bitter. You know, that's those who say it's bitter, it's because of the nafs that's being challenged by the truth. But when that's gone, when that ego is gone, it's all sweetness. It's all sweetness, infinite, boundless sweetness. As Maulana says, I'm just like the gold that smiles and laughs in fire, even in hardships. کار خامان بود از فتح و ظفر خندیدن. It's those who are raw and those who are not mature. They are the ones who laugh when they're victorious. But I laugh at all times. I laugh even in hardships. غذاها از برون آید، غذای عاشق از باطن. Other foods come from without. Other foods come from outside. Whether it's physical food, you open the fridge or you go to the supermarket, it's all from outside. Or knowledge, you go and search for it in books. Maulana says, why don't you go inside? Seek your nourishment from within. One of the conditions that Hazrat Shams put for Maulana was he banned him from reading for some time. He said, now seek from within. Now your knowledge should come from within, not from books. So the food of the lover is from within. It's from the dhikr, comes from within. It's just like the camel that, draws forth the food and chews it again and stores that food for weeks. The lover is like a camel. Always there are abrupt references to camels in Maulana's poetry.
Every time I see camel and Maulana, I think of the one on top of the marinade. Every time. It never fails.
Allah.
Ya Rabbi.
So, sabukro hamcho parian shod. Become light like the peris. Fairy comes from that. And they also use pari to translate jinn, actually. But peris are more positive. It has a more positive connotation than jinn. So, and they glide, they fly rather than walk. So become light like them. And this garment of flesh, this body is like a garment. You have something within this garment. Go and find your true self. And that's what love does. As Maulana was saying in the Nayname, what love does, it rends your garment, the garment of your body. So this is the true nakedness. When you go with your soul, you strip away all these attachments to this body, all this who you think you are, this ego, all of that you strip away. So yeah, the path is not a path of acquiring. The path is a path of washing yourself of what you're not and stripping away yourself of what you're not. And then you find yourself, your true self. And those who are immature, they can never find this true nakedness. They can never attain this true nakedness. And finally, Maulana says, Salahuddin be Sayyid Ahmad. And so it's a tribute to Maulana's spiritual companion, Salahuddin Zarkub, who was a goldsmith, a simple goldsmith by trade, but Maulana had so much respect and so much love for him. So he says, when he goes hunting, lions become his prey. Lions were predators. They become his prey. So even those who, like Maulana, who are lions and who capture souls, so he's saying even people like that become prey to Salahuddin. And who are those who realize his true self, his true power? They're the ones who are free from both worlds, or free from attachment to dunya and also attachment to ukhra. They're the ones who are free from both worlds, and they're the true servants of Allah. And they I'm his servant, I'm free from both worlds. Once you attach yourself to God, you say no to everything else. You're freed from everything else. So they're the ones who are the true servants, the true bondsmen of Salahuddin, and ultimately the true servants of Allah. Kenzish.
Yeah, just to say in terms of poetry, what is beautiful in the first verse of the first bait is that the pearl is the thought of the beloved, and that gives it a completely different dimension. I mean, it's in its thought, so it's non-tangible. You see what I mean? And that's really beautiful.
Allah, indeed.
Yeah.
I have two of Imam Ali's wisdom about that it's all within you. I think it's a very well-known one. داؤك فيك ودواؤك منك تحسب أنك جرم صغير وفيك انطوى العالم الأكبر. Your remedy is within you, yet you do not see it. Your ailment is from you, yet you do not feel it. Do you believe yourself an insignificant entity? While within you unfolds the vast cosmos. You are the book made clear whose letters unveil the hidden. Why seek outside yourself when your thoughts are yours and you are their source? Now, the last line is my translation, so it could be shoddy, but, it's... there's that depth, and then the other one that really I'm still sitting with. العجز عن درك الإدراك إدراك والبحث عن سر ذات السر إشراك في سر وائر همم الورى همم عن درك همم الورى همم عن دركها عجزت جن وأملاك. Your inability to perceive is perception, and to try to seek the secret of the essence of the secret is a veil from the mystery hidden in the resolve of those who carry true aspiration, true himma, a resolve that has perplexed both jinn and angels.
Yeah, that's what's something that Maulana says again and again. He says, قیمت هر کاله میدانی که چیست. You know the price of every item in the marketplace. قیمت خود را ندانی. But you don't know the price of yourself. You don't know who you are. You know about the galaxies, you know about the stars, you know about this, you know about that. You don't know yourself. قیمت خود را ندانی ابلهی است. That's foolishness. That's being foolish is you know everything except yourself. And all of that is useless when you don't know yourself. And yeah, he says, اصل جمله علم ها این است این. The foundation of all sciences is this. که بدانی من کیم. To know that روز دین. Who you are on the day of judgment. Knowing yourself, that's the foundation of all other sciences. Absolutely. Going back within, that's the main theme of this ghazal as well. And getting your nourishment also from within, instead of always looking outward. No, go within. Everything's inside you, as Imam Ali also says. Dawa kafika, your medicine's inside you. Go and find the medicines inside you. Go and find the pearl within you. Yes, but that.
At a sohbet some time ago, doesn't matter when, friends were reflecting on the name Al-Azim, and during the course of that, it was made clear to this one that it's a name I've traditionally associated with majesty and awe and the overwhelming might of Allah. But when it was made clear to this one that the word for bone is from the same root, idama, and that there was a moment there of, I suppose you could say, bewilderment. Not really, no. You kind of lose your sense of yourself in that moment, and then especially when when you're doing your salah and you're going to ruku and it's Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, it just all sometimes fits and takes you away from yourself. And we need that. We need that because I think two things. One, we can be very selfish. We can be self-centered. The other thing is that we are often very wounded, and that these things often run more deeply than we'd like to admit. I certainly acknowledge that in my own case. And so these reflections are liberating in terms of thought, but healing in terms of the soul. So this is again a lovely poem.